How's everybody doing this morning? Did you have a nice Christmas? I hope so. Well, today we're going to just make some really simple necklaces using some of those little pendants that you can get from Bead Box Bargains. And the first one is going to match, well, have you guys got that video yet? Yeah, the members have anyway got the video for with these little the earrings made with this little pendant. So we're going to make a little necklace now with this little pendant, and then we're going to make some others. I definitely know we should have time to make the 3 really simple ones, and then the 4th one is just going to be with Coriana chains. So we should have enough time to do all of them, I hope, because they're going to be so very simple. So, uh-oh, I think I'm missing one of my jump rings, so I'll have to get another jump ring out. That's all right. We can do that. So, hi, Mary. Hi, Angel. Hey, Lori. Wow, we got quite a few came on here in just the last few minutes. Now in the UK and stuff, this is Boxing Day. I don't know what they mean by Boxing Day. Seeing as I've never lived in the UK, I don't know what Boxing Day is. If anybody does, you can tell me. But we are going to work on these little necklaces today. And by the way, if you are a member of hey PK, did you have a nice relaxing couple of days off, PK? That was so nice that you got to have a couple of days off. I was really glad to hear it when you said so. Anyway, if you're a member, today is Thursday, so the members live is at 1 o'clock Montana Standard Time. So that will be this afternoon. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to make for that, but we'll make something. So let's turn down and we'll get these. Sorry about that. I'd hit the snooze instead of the dismiss on my alarm about what time it was to start this. Oh, there's my missing jump ring. It's still in the bag. Well, I don't need it now. I got a new one out. Anyway, we're going to turn down. We're going to make a few little necklaces and see how things go. Too much food and fun, huh? Well, I ended up staying up till midnight. Don't know why. I just was talking to my daughter and grandson, and next thing I realized it was midnight, and I was going, oh. Thank you, PK. So it's to help. It's a charitable kind of holiday, huh? Interesting. Thanks, PK. I appreciate everybody who does hit the like button because that does help our channel out. That's good to know. That's a very interesting thing. Thanks for the info, PK. I appreciate it. Speaking of info, we were talking about that, what is it, BOI thing yesterday while we were doing the live. And I did go and file the paperwork. It said sole proprietors didn't have to, But then it also said, unless you've registered with the state's Secretary of State. And I'm like, my business name is registered with the Secretary of State. I don't know if that really qualifies because we don't have tax IDs actually here in Montana because we don't have sales tax. So we don't have to file tax here. But if you want your business name to be protected, then you have to register it. So of course mine is registered. So I was like, okay, I'll file the dang thing. Though the first site I got in, thinking it was the real site, they wanted to charge my credit card like $500, and I'm like, we're on a law site instead of the real site I need to be on. So I played around, found the right place, and got it filed the way you have to file it. So with the right people, and so I've got it done, but I'm not real happy about having to do it, but it is done. But yeah, me too, Mary. That's exactly it. Because our business names are registered, apparently we have to, even though we're sole proprietorships, we have to do it, which I think is a bunch of hooey. But what can I say? It's done. Really didn't take me very long to do it. Just had to fill some things out. But like Kimberly said, was it Kimberly that said it yesterday? It's bunk. They already have all this information. I mean, one of the things that they said that they could use for ID instead of your driver's license was your passport. I had to give them all this information when I got the passport. So, like, really? Bull, but whatever. It's done, so I wasn't real happy about it. Rain today, huh? We were supposed to have snow this morning, but I didn't ever look out to see if we did up here in my corner. So, whatever. Yeah, if you're not careful and get on the wrong site when you're registering for this dumb thing, they charge you. Like, unfortunately, Mary got charged the other day. And it's ridiculous. Anyway, though, let's turn down and we'll start on our necklaces. If we sit here and chat forever, we're not going to get any done. But that's all right. If you watched Amy Campbell last night, she never did make anything, even though she planned on it, because we were chatting the whole time, mostly about what we had for dinner. Why is this thing coming back on again? So it was pretty funny. We were talking about what we had for dinner and what we had for dinner and whether we preferred chocolate or bread. We were just acting goofy, more or less, it seemed to me, but we had a good chat. Which is one of the really nice things about doing the live, is that even though I'm generally chatting with people on my recorded videos, it's not so fun because it's I can't interact. I mean, I can talk to you, but I can't interact with you. And it's so nice to be able to have that. Hey, Beth. Oh, gosh, that must have been fun. 7 dogs out. Did you have to do them on leads, or do you have a fenced yard or something you can take them out in? I hope you have a fenced yard. Because 7 dogs at once. Oh gosh, that must be horrible. And they're not all your dogs, so why do you have to take them all out? Unless, like I say, it is a fenced yard and you just have to let them out and then maybe stay with them to make sure they behave themselves. But still, good. Glad to hear it. Beth has it's 3 dogs and your family brought 4, or is it the opposite way? You have 4 and somebody brought 3. Oh, 3. You have 4 and somebody one of your family members brought 3 and they're leaving tomorrow. Okay. Still would drive me nuts. 7 dogs all at once. I think the most I've ever had at once was 2, and that was plenty. Hey, Leah, welcome in. Well, anyway, let's get turned down because we've already spent 10 minutes chatting. Though I do love our chats, but let's turn down. We'll start our little necklaces. These are going to be just sort of little delicate necklaces for, you know, every day, or just something that they're going to be short. They're going to be about 18 inches. So let's get turned. Come on, turn, baby. There we go. So here's the first one. It's that's the little, it's if you're members and you watched my earring video, unfortunately for non-members, you're not going to see it until Saturday. This one, I used a pendant like this to make a pair of earrings. It's the last of the 4 pair I made. So anyway, we're going to make a little necklace from it now. Now this one does not have open rings. These are closed rings on the end, so we need to have jump rings to hook their chain on. So I've got 2 little of the 4mm Tinky Tot oval jump rings. And I've got 2 pieces of chain, which I believe I cut to 8.5 inches. Let's check to verify that. Yeah, they're 8.5 inches. So we're going to jump ring 1 to either side. And then we've got one of the small magnetic clasps from Thunder Horse Descendant to close it. These little puppies are strong, as anybody who's gotten one of these knows. And you don't want to just pull them. You have to slide them to get them loose so that they are, so you break the plane. Because otherwise, you're more likely to pull your jump ring apart than pull the magnet apart. Some stacked necklaces. These little ones could easily be worn with a longer necklace to stack them. That's for certain. But in fact, I think the little pearl one we made from our kit was is too short. It's going to be almost the same length as these, if I remember right, because we made it relatively short. But so there's one side. When you're opening a jump ring, you just twist it side to side like I just did for any beginners who are watching. And then you twist it back to close it. Now, you've also got to make sure that you have your opening to the top, because if you don't, it will mangle your jump ring as you try to open it. So there's our little pendant on the chain. So see, it's just going to look just like that. Isn't that cute? And then, of course, we're just going to go to the other side. Now, I've got medium jump rings for this side. They're a little heavier than the little Tinky Tots, so they won't pull apart so easily as the smaller ones. But this chain links are relatively thin. I think I could get a big one in it, but I don't think I'm going to try. So just got to close this baby up. Get out of the way, baby. See what I mean by them being strong? They're they've decided to hold my pliers. And they will gather their chain up if you sit them down. I'll show you in just a second. Let go. But see, now watch. Your own. Now pick it up, and there's, oh, it's not holding it as much as I expected it to. Oh, this chain may not be, I think this chain may not be the right kind of metal. It's not holding it. Cool. But it will grab other things. And that's the reason I don't use these kind of magnets on my bracelets. I had one person who just started making bracelets ask me what I did about my magnets, on my bracelets, how I used them. And I said, I rarely ever use magnets on a bracelet because it'll be on your wrist and you'll set your arm down and all of a sudden anything of the proper kind of metal, it's grabbing and bringing to you. So I don't. So anyway, there is our first little necklace done. So if you wanted to, you could wear this with a longer necklace. Let's see if I've got something close by that I can pull over so we can look at it, and I'll show you what I mean. But you could just stack this one with the longer one with it. Wrong color of metal, but see, you could just wear this one with it, with this just being inside of it, just to add a little delicate touch. Hey, Debbie. Oh, hi, Randy. So anyway, you could easily put this one with a longer one if you chose to. So there's number one. And it's doing something that always amuses me when it does it. See down here on the magnet? It's got a hunk of beading wire with it. And why is it grabbing the beading wire and pulling it? Because the beading wire, even though it's coated, there's metal inside there. And it recognizes that it's metal and it yanks it to it. So here's our first little necklace. Now our next two are going to be made exactly the same way. They hold on to each other too. Though we've got different little pendants, but we've got the same same setup to make them. These loops are closed as well. Isn't this pendant pretty? And we've got some chain for 2 pieces, our magnetic clasp, our 2 little jump rings, and where's the other side for there it is. There's our magnet clasp. So we're going to do this one exactly the same. We're just going to open our little jump rings, hook it, one chain on either side, and then the magnet. So very simple little pendants that are very elegant looking, in my opinion anyway, and make a really simple little necklace. Now these would be really good, I think, for a a teenager or something that would like just to wear something nice. Now, if you are a member and saw my earring video, any of these little pieces like this could be made like that fourth pair of earrings that I made on there. I like this one. For some reason, I really like the way this little pear is down here at the bottom. Now, if you wanted earrings to match this one and you didn't have more of these, but you had a little pair, that would make a pretty combo. Oh, look, I have a winter hair. Anyway, I assume it's a winter hair because she's the only one that usually gets on my desk. She likes to sit right in the middle of my mat sometimes. Sammy has a place up on my shelf she likes to sit. So there's our little second necklace. Just a little short necklace with the little pendant, that will pretty crystal pendant in the middle. It's at 1 o'clock my time, which would be 2 Central and 3 for the East Coast folks, which means you, Mary. So there's our 2, and then number 3 is again more or less the same, with one slight difference. Come on. This one's rings on the side are open rings, see? So what we're going to do is we're going to put our chain directly on our open link, and then we're going to take our round nose pliers and we're going to go into our little loop here, and we're going to pull it closed. Now you could do this with your pliers too, I suppose. In fact, I've got to, because I got it down too low and it's not closing all the way. There we go. So now we'll put the other side on. These magnetic clasps really like. Now see, this one's more of a chevron shaped one. I think it's pretty. Ah, eating French fries. I recorded my Softlex unboxing last night. I have to edit it and get it up too. But of course, since they don't want us to put them up until after Sarah does her thing at 4, which is 5 my time, or is it 3 and 4 my time? Whatever. Mine won't, of course, won't go up until this afternoon. And I think I'll let everybody just have that one right off the bat. This one I already had open. I had not used it for something else, so we just used that. It was sort of funny. I purchased my All That Glitters kit as well as one of the gold, one of the strands. They had 2 strands with this one that you could get, a gold one and a silver one. And I purchased the gold one. And the very same day that the one I purchased came, I got one from Softlex with a note about could I do some recordings with it, which they gave me the ugly sweater one too. So I wasn't expecting to get this All That Glitter one, so I was pleased. So now I have 2. I got lots of beads now for this kit. So we'll probably be using some of that next week. So there's our 3 little pendants using just chain, a pretty delicate gold chain, and these little various little pendants that you can get from Bead Box Bargains. So I think they're really pretty. The chain is 17 inches, but this little piece is well, it's 8.5, so it's 17 inches. And then this little pendant piece is probably about 1 inch. So all total, it's probably about 18. It's not going to measure out at 18 because this is not going to go, it's not going to obviously go to put a bend in it, but see, well, yeah, it does perfectly 18. So they're all little short little necklaces that are about 18 inches because even though I only cut 17 inches of chain, these little pieces are about 1 inch. So they end up being about 18 inches. So we have 3 little simple pendant and gold chain with magnetic clasps necklaces here. Look at that. It's only half hour in and I've got 3 necklaces done. Oh, well, I need to do some organizing, Randy, but let's face it, ain't going to happen real soon. Probably not at all, because, hey, I'd rather not. It's too much of a pain in the rear. How much would I charge for these? Well, the little pendants are about, one of them was $149, it looks like, but most of them are they're about $239. So we charge for our pendant. Come on, turn on. And then we charge for our magnetic clasp, which I believe are about $1.50, if I remember right. Let's see if I can get to them easily without knocking everything down here. There they are. 10 for 15. So yeah, $1.50. And then you've got the jump rings, which this one doesn't have 4, but most of them do. And they're about 4 cents a piece, so that's 16. And then my chain My chain is $22.95 for a roll, but I'm not sure. I have to figure the chain price. I think it's ended up being about 75 cents a foot. So I'm going to put the chain down as, it's funny because I've got one that's right beside me that's not even opened. But I bought these down in Missoula at the Crystal Limit. And see, it's $22.95 for this spool, but it doesn't say how much is on the spool. So it's sort of a guessing game. But most spools that size, I think, are about, they're about, my bigger ones that I've gotten from Hobby Lobby are, well, let's see, this one is $10 for 216 inches. It's not quite the same, but it might be good enough. Remember 405, so 9.99 divided by 216 is 5 cents, about 5 cents an inch. So 4.05 plus 5 cents times, well, let's do this first. 0.05 times 17 inches plus 4.05. So it cost me $4.90 to make it. We can do this one of two ways. We can do it times 2 plus at $25 an hour, we are, it didn't cost me, it didn't take us long to make. So maybe $5 for time. So that would be about $15. Now, if I did it my way of just 4 times, it would be about 18. So it would be somewhere between $15 and $18. So let's go to our last one that I have designed here. And then we may just chat. How very strange. Yesterday we went an hour and a half, and today I'm going to have everything I've designed done in just a little while here. So this one uses the little rose gold and red pendant. Now, they don't have any more on the website, which I was sorry for because, sometimes I just buy one thinking, well, let's see how I'm going to like it. And then I want some more. And I frequently do that, like with this one when I got 3 of them. But they didn't have any more of this little guy, unfortunately. So he sold out fast, obviously. Now, I'm going to put it on rose gold Coriana chain, and I have some rose gold stuff, but I don't have clamshells or jump rings really that are rose gold, but they're going to be in the back, so they're not going to show so much. I'm not going to worry about them. So I put extra crimp tubes here because let's face it, these things like to run away from you. All right, what do I do with my crimping pliers, my regular ones? I have my clamps on my regular one. They're hanging over the top of it. So I'm just going to get in here and I'm going to, oops, I should put the clamshell on first. Duh, Rose. Clamshell first. And just let it slide down to wherever it wants to. Then I'm going to grab my little crimp bead here with the back one. Do the back one first. Put this through just enough that you can see it and crimp it and turn and crimp it again. Now, I usually take my thumbnail or even a pair of pliers and tug on this to make sure it's on there good because, hey, we don't want them coming loose. Then we're going to push the clamshell up and push it together. I'm going to push it a little bit with my pliers, make sure it's good and closed, and then I'm going to put the, let go, put the large jump ring on this side and close it up. Now we're going to feed our pretty pendant through our Coriana chain. Put our clamshell on this side. This side you very definitely have to put the clamshell on first, because if you forget, you're going to have to cut some off because it's not coming back off. So then we're going to again get our crimping pliers, get hold of one of these guys in the lower crimp, feed our chain through till we see it come out the other side. Stop. There we go. I think this Coriana chain is pretty, but I frequently say it's like working with a wet noodle. It is so limp on you. It just drives me nuts sometimes. So that one's pretty tight. Now I've had people tell me that the crimps have come off before, but I haven't had that problem. So now we push this one together. I got these 2 extra crimps. They're going to go up there. And then we're done with these pliers because I'm going to let this free float. Open up our jump ring here. And close this up. I don't remember if I checked this this lobster claw or not to make sure it's working correctly. I guess I should do that. Yeah, it's working fine. So there we go. There is our 4th necklace. Now this chain, I did cut it 18 inches. So this one is going to just free float. And there's necklace number 4. So we have 4 little necklaces. Hey, Dorothy. Did you? This one? In that case, it's back on. I mean, you know, because sometimes they manage to get some more. I will have to check because I really think it's pretty. I was just thinking, and I think it's garnet, and it's a garnet colored. And my daughter's birthstone is garnet, but she can't wear gold. She's allergic to gold. She can wear silver, but she can't wear gold. And even though this is rose gold, I have given her things that was rose gold before, thinking, well, you know, rose gold is half copper. It should be fine. She should be able to wear it. No. She's still, her ears turn all red and get puffy and nasty, so when she wears them on her ears. Yeah, these clamshells are nice. Hey, Cynthia. Ooh, cool. I'll have to go get me some. Like I really need to order more stuff. So, yeah, it's only 40 minutes. That's a lot sooner than we normally get done, isn't it? And we did 4 simple necklaces. So, there's the rose gold, and I am going to have to check on the site, see if they have any more. Debbie says they do. So that's cool. I want some more. I could easily take the bail off, though this bail seems to be welded, but they can be cut and make some really pretty earrings out of those. And then it could match the necklace. And then we have these three, which are, you probably can't see it up here on this end, but these two are getting friendly with each other and my bead reamer. I love these magnetic clasps. Now they're all getting friendly. They're all just being naughty. So yeah. Glad to hear it, PK. Actually, I would love to go back to Tucson again. I went the year before COVID hit, what was it, 2019, and had a blast. Though my mom and four of my sisters live up in the Phoenix area in Sun City West. Well, that's not technically correct. One of them lives in Whitman, but it's all the same general area. And so the first day I spent like $600 or $700, and I was like, okay, you've spent enough. So I just drove up to Phoenix and visited with my mom. But dang, it's fun. Oh, have fun, Randy. I haven't designed anything with mine yet. I did, like I say, unbox it yesterday. It's pretty, all the silvers and golds and things, but I haven't designed anything. Though, Randy, you could do what I did. You could go and spend your budget and then go visit your mom since she lives up in Mesa. It is just amazing. So I just had a fun time. I'm going to turn up so that we can chat better. I can see you better that way. As long as my tripod decides to hold. It's being naughty lately. A ladder stitch bracelet. Ooh, that should be fun. So I 10,000. Yeah. Though frankly, you could easily spend that much. I had to budget. I budgeted myself, so I made sure I didn't overgo. And I mean, I could probably have spent that much at the Dakota Stone site alone. So, but no, I don't. I'm not sure what I want to do with the ring piece, Randy. I wasn't overly thrilled with it. I don't know. I just wasn't thrilled with it. So go for it. Because like I said, I haven't even decided what I'm going to do. I've just opened it for the first time yesterday. And so I haven't really studied it too much. Like I said, I just opened it. There's no budget when it comes to beads. I wish that was true. Oh, yeah. I put all mine in my luggage because I had taken a big enough suitcase that I had extra room in it, and I put all mine in my luggage, and I thought I was going to say, I bet they were like, what the heck is all this? But on the other hand, they're probably used to it because everybody goes down there for the show. Yeah, I don't either, Leah. I wasn't real thrilled. I just looked at the ring piece and went, whatever. So, uh, but but yeah, I had a great time down there. And not only did I do go to some of the shows, um, Jesse James Beads had a class thing with Beadalon, and then Candy Cooper had one as well. So I paid for and went to both of those. That was fun. I enjoyed that. So, hey Janice, I didn't see you sneak in. But yeah, I had lots of fun there at Tucson. It was a good time. But like I say, the last day I was full day I was there, I went to I just drove up to Sun City West and visited with my mom. And then we went over and visited my sister. The two of us went together and visited one of my sisters. So it was a nice little visit. So that was good. I would need I if I didn't really pay attention to what I was doing, I could spend thousands, probably even more than that, because I mean, I went to this show at the Casino del Sol, was the big one I went to, and yeah, Deborah, I'm actually going to do well. I've got the live at later for the members, and so we'll be doing. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do there. I'm going to think about it. I might make some. I've got in the book. There's some earrings that I really liked, so I might do that. But yeah, I mean, tables upon tables in like the casino has quite a few conference rooms, and I think there was three conference rooms, and then the halls all between those conference rooms all had tables, and I spit, but I had to watch myself because I was like, there's I actually got a little bit overwhelmed. There was so much that I was just like, "Oh, what am I going for? What do I want?" That wouldn't surprise me, Randy. Though the turquoise mines are getting played out. There's not in here in the States. There's not that many left. um, though I did get those turquoise. What did I do with it? I thought it was right here. I did get those turquoise Hishi beads from Bead Box Bargains the other day. I don't know if they said what mine these came from or not on their site, but they're pretty cool. There's that weirdo that's no, that's not the one. It must be on the other strand. I bought two strands. It's hard to handle it, Dorothy. Like I said, I was overwhelmed. I think there was probably mm, In the first conference room you go into, you have to register. And because because I'm registered with the state, haha, there we go. That's why I had to fill out that stupid paperwork. I was given wholesale there. And so some of those places you only can buy wholesale from, like Dakota Stones. And I spent quite a bit at Dakota Stones, probably a couple $100. But there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 aisles of booths inside the first conference room. And like I said, the hallways between the conference rooms had booths all down one side. And then the other conference room was just as big as the first one with, and they were just everywhere. And I was like, I only have so much money. What do I want to buy? So I think I walked through them like once or twice before I went back and bought what I felt I wanted. And it's crazy, but it was so fun. I really, really had a good time. How do you find out the information about the shows? Well, let me tell you, when you get down there, just about every place that you can go has brochures, and they have a map. And on that map, it shows where everyone is at. So I went to like 3 different ones. Actually met Andrew Thornton and Cynthia there. I bought things from both of them. And so I knew that I had just so much budget. So I was like, okay, what do I really, really want? And I did splurge on a little strand of opals, Ethiopian willow opals, and I hardly use them. I hoard those. They're up here in one of those little trays that fell yesterday. Remember when I said, "Oh, those are all my expensive little beads that are up on top here"? Yeah, they're up there. I don't see their dish right now, but they're up there. And I also have some little tiny turquoise up there. But it's yeah, it's an experience. It really is. I actually didn't even go into the largest one. It's only for wholesale people. The regular Joe Schmo can't go in there. You have to bring your wholesale license, which to us is our state registration. And I looked at that building and the parking lot's so big that they have golf carts running back and forth around to pick people up, because you generally have to park, unless you get there early, you're way in the back. And so they have golf carts that run around to pick people up and bring them up to the entrance. And then you have to register when you first get there. And I looked at it thinking, oh, do I want to go in there? And I didn't. And I have since wished that I had, because I was like, oh, it's such a big place. but so I probably went to 3 of the different ones that were listed. And I didn't go to probably half a dozen of them that were listed, because I just was like, oh wow, this is so big. but it was a blast. I would love to go again. I went by myself. My husband actually, last minute, it was in January, when he said, do you want to go? I think we have the money. You can go if you want to. And I was like, yeah. It is. It is. That's very true, Mary. Like, the whole town is just just like major um, experiencing that. So it's it's just fantastic, and it's a really really good time. And I will tell you, if I'm driving down there, I prefer to drive in Tucson than in Phoenix. Tucson streets are laid out, one to the other. You don't have these places like, okay, your street goes, 3 or 4 blocks, then there's a big gap, and you got to go to the other, you got to go find the other side over. But it's it's really great. I had a really really good time, and though, like I said, I think I would have had an even better time if I had not been by myself. So it was very wonderful of my hubby. And he made my plane reservations and the B&B that I stayed at. He made that reservation too. He had everything all set up for me as a sort of gift, and that was really special. Um, my business account paid for, everything else that I got, but did like buying my beads um, and oh, just most things I needed. But he'd already set up the B&B and the rental car and the flight for me. It was wonderful. And so I had a really good time. And like I did pay for the classes out of my business account too, because I figured they were beading classes. So um, exactly, that's exactly where I was at. Mary, the Casino del Sol was one of the places. It was the big place I went to, and yeah, you can stay there. I like I said, my husband set me up in a B and B. Though this last year I had gotten a coupon from the casino, email from the Casino del Sol saying for past people who have been to the show, the beach show, would give you a discount on your hotel room if you wanted to go. But last year was not convenient, unfortunately. Oh, they were. They were all over the place. That's true. And actually, the B&B I stayed at, there was some, oh, where were those young men from? There were 3 of them. I think they were from India, and they had brought stuff for the show. Um, so it was an experience. It was definitely an experience, and definitely worth going if you're a beater, or even if you just like stones. They're everywhere. I mean, it was just spectacular. Now, though, one place that I've heard of since I got back was the African Village, and I didn't make it to there, and I had wished that I had, because I've seen some really cool things from there. But anyway, yeah. Again, to answer Angel's question, there are brochures that have a map, and yeah, I did too. They have a map that has listed all these places where they're having the shows at. So some of them are in hotels, some of them are in, like I said, that big. I don't know even know what it was, a warehouse or something. It was huge. Uh, that I didn't go into, but I did go into a couple of them that were in the hotels, and that big one in the Casino del Sol. Um, I think that was the whole beach show in the Casino del Sol, if I remember right. But yeah, they have maps, and 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 it's spectacular, and I would love to go again, but I have to make sure I have money if I do. But oh, look, our hour is about done. We're at 59 minutes and counting down. Um, so it's been real nice chatting. I'll see the members at 1 o'clock my time. And hope you enjoyed making these little necklaces with me. Simple. And like I say, because of with the cost of things, they're not very expensive either. I probably will sell them for about 20 bucks. So I think most people can afford 20 bucks if they want a simple, delicate little necklace. So and that does include the one with the Coriana chain. I think I probably can do that one for 20 bucks too. So we'll Beth, you're on in East Coast time, aren't you? Or are you on Central? Because if I'm at 1 o'clock, I'm Mountain Standard Time, not Central like Randy. So when I start this, for me, it's 8 o'clock instead of 9, like you guys are used to. So if you're on Easter time, it would be 3 o'clock your time. So, yeah. So yeah, be 3 o'clock for Eastern time. And after I get off of here, I have to call Sammy's vet and see what they want to do about her asthma. Thankfully, her blood work all came back great, no problems there, but her asthma is getting a wee bit worse, so they were talking about giving her new medication. And so I have to call them and talk to them about that. And then I'm going to make white beans and ham for dinner with some of my leftover ham from last night. So got to get that started too before we start. So full day today. So shrinkets. I don't know what shrinkets is either. What are shrinkets, Mary? Was it shrinkets that said something about? Shrinkets. Are those the little things that you paint and then you put them in the oven and they shrink up? Beads made with Shrinky Dink. Yeah, that is what I was thinking. So I had, like I said, they called it, so it was sort of like a round robin with Candy Cooper, and they had all kinds of various people there. And you got to go with you did one project with one, and then you'd go to another one that had an empty spot at their table, and you go do that. Oh, and I also did the Beads of Courage thing as well. So I had lots of fun little class things that I did while I was down there, as well as going to the shops. So I had lots of fun. But anyway, I would love to go again. Anyway, we're gonna go. I'll see the members later on today. The rest of you I'll see tomorrow because it's Thursday. So we'll be here tomorrow on Friday. Haven't decided what I'm making yet, but I'm gonna make something. I might use my Softlex All That Glitters. No, they want us to do those on. They want a video for those, not a live generally. So maybe not. We'll see. I still have tons of. Ooh, maybe what we'll work on, if I don't work on it on my members live, which actually I may work on it on the members live, the little holiday kit, or I'll work on Glacial Glimmer, one or the other. And speaking of glacial glacial glimmer, my second companion bundle is supposed to be here Monday. We'll see if the post office screws it up this time and takes it somewhere else. Hopefully it will. Yeah, exactly. They're actually sort of fun. I used to do them when I was younger, but I haven't done them for a long time. So anyway, now it's almost 5 minutes after. Time to go bye-bye. We'll see y'all later. Hope you had fun making these little necklaces with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden doing morning coffee talk for Randy Brown, a Thunder Horse Descendant. Bye-bye.